From Pittsburgh, and today the Steelers hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Among the storylines here this afternoon, Jacksonville linebacker Paul Posluszny back home. He grew up 25 minutes away in Aliquippa, a product of Hopewell High School. We'll have the opening kick and all the action when we come back. Weather forecast, temperature currently at 60 degrees. There is a chance of rain throughout the afternoon here in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Steelers, and they have been great at home under Tomlin. 26-8 record here at Heinz Field since Tomlin took over as the head man, now in his fifth year. Lost to Cincinnati. That's the first time that he didn't throw a pick as a starter. Handoff. Maurice Jones-Drew is drilled after he picks up a yard. Chris Hoke with the smack to start things off. Let's take a look at this starting offense for Jacksonville. And inexperience on the left side. Cameron Bradfield is getting the start. The rookie out of Grand Valley will protect the blind side of Blaine Gabbert. Backs and receivers. It was a career day for Jason Hill last week. Hill, the former San Francisco 49er. Defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers, they come in ranked number 2 overall in team defense. No Casey Hampton. Chris Hope gets the start for the second consecutive week. Linebackers, James Harrison out once again, so Timmons shifting over from the inside to the outside. And in the secondary, William Gay continues to hold on to the starting spot at corner. Give is to Jones-Drew, and he picks up 3 yards, taking it up the middle. LaMarr Woodley, the first man there. Woodley had big numbers last week, as Woodley had an interception and a sack and a half in that victory over Tennessee. Defensive coordinator, one of the best ever for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 5. Gabbert. LaMarr Woodley wraps him up for Jacksonville. First drive of the day. This is the 9th play for the Jaguars. On a quick hitter, Thomas the catch, and Thomas is buried. A gain of 3. The Steelers were all over it. Ryan Mundy leading that defensive charge, and the Jaguars forced to punt. That's usually pretty important in the game of football. 2nd and 6. And Roethlisberger standing tall in the pocket. He gets Heath Miller with a reception. Miller had a touchdown catch last week in the 38-17 win over Tennessee. Starting offensive line, 6th game, 6th different combination. Max Starks back in the Steelers uniform and starting for the second consecutive week at left tackle. Backs and receivers, Mendenhall forced to sit last week's game out with a hamstring injury. His numbers have not been as good as the last couple of years. They're trying to get him going, and obviously they'll keep an eye on how he holds up physically here over the course of the day. 3rd and 1 for Pittsburgh. Isaac Redmond getting the carry. Redmond did a nice job last week. He's got a first down. Redmond 15 carries, 49 yards last week, and then Jonathan Dwyer stepped in with 107 yards on the ground, including a 76-yard run. Defensively for Jacksonville, Aaron Campman is back, but not starting. Hasn't played in 13 straight games with the ACL injury. Jeremy Mincey has been a standout on that D-line. Linebackers, Russell Allen is in for Clint Session, who's out with an arm injury, and in the secondary, Will Middleton starts for the injured. 67-17 at home. Heath Miller out near midfield. It's a 13-yard hookup and a first down for the Steelers. Rasheed Mathis of blocking and receiving as Mendenhall gets the call and rumbling his way to the 45-yard line. Good block there by Miller. 5:48 to go in his first quarter. Roethlisberger stepping up and finds the open man. It's Sanders. The second-year wideout out of SMU getting in on the act, and it covers 32 yards.
Steelers come with 4 wide receivers. We put a lot of speed on the field with Antonio Brown and Sanders, and of course with Mike Wallace. Here is Sanders. Again, it's Roethlisberger refusing to go down, breaks that tackle, just whips the ball out to the outside to Sanders, just his 8th catch of the season. But we're going to see a lot of this today. 32 yards for the youngster.
Roethlisberger has a 152 career touchdown passes. That's second only to Terry Bradshaw in team history with 212. Back to the ground game. Mendenhall driving. Look at the white jerseys surround him, and Mendenhall able to carry a couple with him for a 5-yard pickup. Mendenhall busting it to the outside. The dive. Touchdown.
There doesn't seem to be any problem with Rashard Mendenhall's hamstring on this play, because this is where you really test it, where you've got to turn on the jets to the outside and then around the corner. Good block on the outside by Mike Wallace, and then a bad angle of pursuit there by Rashard Mathis, and good effort by Mendenhall to get to that pylon and get in the end zone.
He was a senior at USC when Lewis was a freshman at UCLA. He just remembers that hair flying around. Gabbard, deep ball. There was a little bit of separation, but not enough. And too far for Jared Dillard, defended by Ike Taylor. It'll be 2nd and 10. 3rd and 6. They get the play off. Gabbard in some trouble, and Gabbard is dumped.
Lock it up.
Hand up. Hole for Mendenhall. And Rashard Mendenhall zigzags across the 40-yard line. Good block by the H-back David Johnson.
Yeah, tight end Heath Miller gets there. There's Robinson's block, or Johnson's block rather.
Coming into the game. And Mendenhall today 38 yards on the ground. They get Heinz Ward involved. Catch and run for Ward. Out near the 40-yard line. That one covers 19 yards with Ward.
As you see, Heinz Ward coming in motion. That backs the corners off. Good block on the outside by Sanders. Took out Coleman. Ward made one miss and picks up a 1st down, as the Steelers are doing anything and everything they want to do today.
He is closing in on the city of Pittsburgh. Isaac Redmond is in the game, and Redmond gets the call. Bouncing back towards us for a 5-yard gain. That play was designed headed towards the right, and then Jeremy Mincy makes that stop. Out of the gun. Here come the Jaguars to handle the rush. Roethlisberger throws. Oh, tight window there as he completes it to Heinz Ward. And a 1st down. Drew Coleman, very good coverage. 6th game, 6 different offensive line combinations. 3 tight end set here for Pittsburgh. Play fake, pump. Roethlisberger, end zone, touchdown, Mike Wallace. Picture perfect for Pittsburgh.
No underthrow on this pass from Big Ben. And what he did, which was so smart, is he led Wallace away from the defensive back. So Wallace can use his speed to outrun the defender. And that is Rashard Mathis, who lets him go to the safety. Safety late coming over, Dwight Lowry. And a perfect pass from Big Ben.
Shotgun. Gabbard. Too high on the throw for Mercedes Lewis. Got his hands on it. It's incomplete. They take over with a 1st and 10 at the 28. Mendenhall, stutter step up the middle, and Mendenhall trying to take it the distance. Mendenhall, big rip down the sideline and brought down by Coleman inside the 5.
Personal foul. Wrestling a face mask. Defense number 27. Penalized half the distance to the goal. First down.
68 yards for Mendenhall as he just goes right up the middle past Posluszny. Not sure where the face mask was. Perhaps it was on Mathis. Right about there, just a little bit of a grab. 68 big ones for Mendenhall.
Now this is a Jacksonville team at 21-yard field goal attempt. Sean Sweezum. And he knocks it through to extend the Pittsburgh lead to 17-0. Still early in the 2nd quarter. Gabbard out of the gun. They handle the rush. Ball got tipped at the line and almost intercepted. Ziggy Hood.
Make it down to 6.
Gabbert is now 5 of 10. Gabbert hit as he throws, and he goes down. Troy Polamalu. Gabbert is sacked. Third time today. LaMarr Woodley breaking free for this Steelers defense. From the gun. Pump. Roethlisberger dials up another deep ball. Mike Wallace hauls it in. In a matchup with Rashard Mendenhall. 47-yard bomb.
Can set his feet and let it fly. Single coverage as the Jags were coming with the blitz. Watch the concentration here. And not an easy catch with Mathis really close to Wallace. Little bobble there. Control all the way to the ground. And a happy quarterback.
Tom Hill, 2nd and 9 now for Jacksonville. From the gun. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Mercedes Lewis, and the veteran, he said it's been growing pains for the offense. He feels like they're getting better. We're not seeing it, though, so far today. 4th sack of the afternoon for Pittsburgh. This time it's James Farrior, the 2-time Pro Bowler.
Here he is sneaking up here, and there's just nobody to block him. Maurice Jones-Drew was releasing on his pass route. And this is rough on any quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback.
Gabbert was looking for his half, 2:44 remaining. Give his to Mendenhall, and he drives out near the 20-yard line. 5 receivers, Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. And Brown has a first down for Pittsburgh. In the game last week, in the 30-20 loss to Cincinnati. Shotgun formation for Gabbert. Incomplete. Quarterback of the present in Jacksonville. Dump off. Maurice Jones-Drew can't break free. Brett Keisel.
Looks that he's not going to be ready for. And they've been just great pressure. 4 sacks in that first half, and Gabbert's run for his life on a number of other times.
Stepped in to replace him at left guard. 3 tight ends in this formation. Handoff to Mendenhall, and Mendenhall able to cut it to the outside and pick up 5 on the play. Will Middleton.
The Steelers have been so easy for them in that first half. Those first 3 drives, they get 17 points. See what the Jags can do now to see if they can get back in this game in a hurry.
Mendenhall. On 3rd down. Roethlisberger puts it exactly where it has to be to Heinz Ward. Out to midfield, and a fresh set of downs to work with on the 19-yard pass play. Chris Perzinski brings him down. And first possession of the second half for Jacksonville, trailing 17-3. Give is to Maurice Jones-Drew, bouncing off a tackler. Doesn't go down easy, but it still goes down. Very tough to bring down. On 1st down, spin move. Jones-Drew is tackled quickly by Clark. That combination. 2nd and 11. Play fake. Gabbert tried to get it into Mike Thomas. Low throw, and it's incomplete for Jacksonville. Gabbert over the middle and right through the hands of Lewis. 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. Give is to Maurice Jones-Drew, and a stutter step move up the middle. Boy, he's got tremendous vision. Oh, some pushing and shoving now. Greg Jones getting into it with LaMarr Woodley. Steeler fans getting rowdy on a 2nd and 3. Jones-Drew, nowhere to go. James Farrior, he is playing like a much younger man. Leading in that one. Gabbert is down in this one against Pittsburgh. Play fake. Gabbert looking. And off the retreat, he throws it towards the feet of Deji Kareem. Jones-Drew, 14 carries for 69 yards. This is Kareem getting an opportunity. In Pittsburgh territory today. 16th play of the drive. Kareem remains in there. He gets the carry. And Kareem gets hit. Polamalu came firing through initially for the 4th consecutive week. Give is to Mendenhall to the outside. He's got a first down. Early stages, fourth quarter. Jaguars' worst opening field position of the day. Gabbert, play fake, almost intercepted, and it's caught by Jones. Running play. And Maurice Jones-Drew runs into a wall. Larry Foote, first man there for Pittsburgh. Give him a 2.5-yard gain on the play. On third down. Protection is there. Gabbert throws too high. Mike Thomas was the intended target. Steelers take over with a 1st and 10 at the 33. Jonathan Dwyer into the game. And it's Dwyer finding some running room to the 40-yard line. Ben Roethlisberger, 12 of 22 for 200 yards and a touchdown. Blaine Gabbert, 9 of 21, 59 yards. Call it a 2nd and 3 for the Jaguars. And Maurice Jones-Drew had a head of steam initially, but unable to find ways to get the victory.
Guess who?
Polamalu. That's who.
Watch him come in and then straight down and take the legs out. Inside of Mike Thomas, the quickness, the toughness, and the timing. Wow.
Antonio Brown standing at his own 25. And a good cut by Heinz. Brown retreats to the 23. And Brown spun down short of the 40-yard line by Kyle Bosworth. By 7, 6.5 to play. Handoff. Jones-Drew bouncing off one tackler, then tried to snake his way up the middle. Deji Kareem is in the game. He gets the carry, and he's thrown backwards. LaMarr Woodley. Tight formation on third down. Roethlisberger looking. Roethlisberger is going to run for it. First down, Pittsburgh. 2nd and 9. It's a 4-point disparity. Mendenhall cuts it inside. And leaning in
For the Steelers, this is Monday taking his place.
on-the-job training for Blaine Gabbert. The rookie is devoured. Brett Keisel.
Will Rackley is the guard. He gets around Rackley, and Bradford's too late to help out.
Here at Heinz Field. The rookie Gabbert steps, fires. It's complete across midfield to Mike Thomas, but the clock is moving. 9 seconds left.
Now he's got to get up and spike the ball here and gather his team for one Hail Mary.
And he does. The Hail Mary catch.
There's Lewis right in the middle.
Final play. Gabbert will heave it up. And that's it. It ends on an incompletion, and the Pittsburgh Steelers hold on for the win over Jacksonville, 17-13. Steelers get the W.
He just threw the ball too far. Never gave his guys a chance to get down under it. Look at Dillard, 87. This ball's overthrown by 10 yards. Lewis was there in the end zone. Tough play. Blaine Gabbert.
Pittsburgh, 17-13. They defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars here at Heinz Field. Coming up, the Subway postgame show. For Dan Fouts and the rest of our CBS crew, this is Ian Eagle saying so long from Pittsburgh. JB and the crew back in the studio when we come back. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.